Welcome, art enthusiasts, to your stepping stone into the vibrant world of watercolor painting. Watercolor, a medium like no other, is known for its inherent fluidity, delicate transparency, and an element of unpredictability. It's this unpredictability that often turns each brushstroke into a delightful surprise. Its versatility allows for an endless array of effects and textures, making each creation a unique experience. So, are you ready to dive into the world of watercolor? Let's start with the basics. Before you get started, you need to familiarize yourself with the essential tools of watercolor painting. First up, brushes. They come in different shapes and sizes, each designed to leave a unique stroke on the canvas. Round brushes, for instance, are versatile, able to create both fine lines and broad strokes. Next, we have paints. Watercolor paints come in tubes and pans, with the former offering more pigment, and the latter being more convenient for on-the-go artists. And let's not forget about paper. It's not just any paper, but watercolor paper, which is thicker to hold up against water without warping. The texture of the paper can also impact the final look of your painting, with rough paper providing a more textured effect and smooth paper giving a sleek finish. These tools, brushes, paints, and paper work in harmony to create the beautiful watercolor paintings that we admire. Now that you're equipped with the right tools, let's move on to the techniques that will bring your artwork to life. Watercolor painting is all about technique. Let's dive into the fundamentals. Wet on wet is a technique where you apply wet paint onto a wet surface. This allows the colors to flow and blend into one another, creating a soft, diffused look. On the other hand, wet on dry involves applying wet paint onto a dry surface, which gives you more control and sharp, defined edges. Layering is another crucial technique where you build up the painting by applying multiple layers of paint, allowing each layer to dry before adding the next. This results in a depth and richness of color that's unique to watercolors. Blending, as the name suggests, is all about merging colors seamlessly on your canvas. Now let's talk about some tips. Color mixing is an art in itself. Experiment with different combinations to create a myriad of hues. And remember, controlling the water-to-paint ratio is key to achieving the desired intensity of color. A common mistake beginners make is overworking the paint. Less is more in watercolor painting. So, let the water do its magic. With these techniques under your belt, you're well on your way to creating stunning watercolor paintings. Remember, art is about expressing yourself. In watercolor painting, it's not about achieving perfection on the first stroke, it's about exploring different techniques, playing with colors and enjoying the process. It's about letting that brush dance on the paper, creating a symphony of hues that reflects your thoughts, your emotions. Don't be afraid to experiment, to mix and match, to make mistakes and learn from them. So pick up your brush, unleash your creativity, and let your imagination flow on the canvas. Happy painting!